In 2015, Dodge came out with the facelifted version of the third generation Challenger. And with that facelifted version, they came out with a new model of the Challenger called the Hellcat. Now this Hellcat were to blow the muscle car community away, having 707 horsepower from the factory. At that time, having a car with over 700 horsepower was just mind-blowing. Maybe not as special nowadays in 2023, but in 2015, it set the benchmark. I mean, I don't know if there is another vehicle model that screams America more than a Challenger Hellcat. However, it is now April 2023, and in December of this year, Dodge is ending this current generation of the Challenger and also ending the Hellcat. They're also ending their phenomenal 6.2 liter Hemi V8, and they are replacing it with something called a Banshee, which is all electric. So this is the last hurrah for the Hellcat. It is the last hurrah for their V8, and it is the last hurrah for muscle cars as we know it. It sucks. So before everything gets extremely boring as an automotive enthusiast, I figured we would do a video of the last Hellcat, the final one that you can buy, and that's not including the Dodge Demon 170 that is also coming out, but that's kind of separate from the Hellcat. So the last iteration of the Hellcat is called the Jailbreak. And what is a Jailbreak? Basically, it's the final trim package that you can buy of the Hellcat, and it includes everything that you couldn't get in previous Hellcat trims, the standard Hellcat and then the red eye wide body and so on. So I guess the true name of a Jailbreak is a Dodge Challenger SRT Hellcat red eye wide body Jailbreak, because it is everything combined into one. And we also get more power, so it's the same 6.2 liter Hemi supercharged V8, but now it produces 807 horsepower instead of 797 that you got in the red eye, and you get 707 pound-feet of torque. So 807 horsepower is the same as the Demon in its street version. So as it should be in the final hurrah of modern days muscle car, we have the most horsepower a Hellcat has ever had, 807 horsepower, which obviously completely shreds the rear tires like it didn't in standard format. But this is what muscle cars are all about, and this is what America is all about. It's just bigger and better, louder, unnecessary, but just completely awesome, and it's being replaced by something I don't even know how to describe it. Now, I'm sure you've seen a bunch of Hellcat reviews on YouTube already, but as we mentioned in the beginning of the video, if you want to order a Hellcat Jailbreak, the final Hellcat that Dodge is making, you got to hurry up. December is the last month. And for the final Hellcat, Dodge is giving you a lot of optimization options here to personalize your car. So you can get 5 different colors of the Hellcat badge, and you can get 7 different wheel options. You can get a satin hood, you can get a satin roof, and so on. The options go on and on and on. Now for the interior, obviously there's several different colors for leather, several different colors for seat belts, and so on. Now for a modern design of a car in today's day and age, the Challenger is very special in my opinion with its retro look compared to the Charger version of the same car, which is the 4-door. But we have headlight here obviously, and then we have the fake headlight. I don't know what you want to call it, but there's a hole right here for airflow, of course. It's just such a good looking car with, you know, the scoops in the hood. It's very, very mean looking, and it matches what's under the hood, unlike its replacement. Same goes for the rear end of the Challenger. It's big, it's wide, it's like driving a boat with over 800 horsepower. It's absolutely awesome. And it sounds amazing. Now before we jump in and take it for a spin, I want to give a special shout out to LW Automotive who let me film this car here today. It is a 2023. It's practically brand new. It only has a few hundred miles on it. So if you guys are interested and in the market for the last Hellcat that you can buy, hit them up. I'll leave all their contact information in the description below. Now, in typical Hellcat fashion, it comes with two keys. We have a black key and a red key. I only have the red key with me today because, I mean, obviously that's the only key that you should be driving this car with. It unleashes all the horsepower. It's basically unlock, lock, trunk popper, and then remote start button right here. Gotta leave it in my pocket though. And we're gonna take this bad boy for a spin. I absolutely love the Challenger. Now, the person who originally spec'd this Hellcat Jailbreak chose to go with cloth, and I don't mind at all because I love cloth. It is hot outside today. We gotta start her up. Got the Hellcat logo. We got red gauges. I just love the retro look of this generation Challenger. It just looks so cool. It's a perfect mix between old and new. And again, I'm sure you guys have seen a million Hellcat, Challenger, Charger reviews on YouTube already, so we're not going to go over the buttons and all that stuff, but it has launch control. This is an automatic 8-speed automatic with paddle shifters. Shifts very quick actually. Let's get her out on the road. The thing is, it has so much torque and so much power. I'm not even pressing it. I mean, right away it just it wants to shred tires. And that's what's so awesome with this car. It is just such a muscle car. Like, it doesn't really make sense. It's not supposed to make sense. It's just America, man. It's a lot of power. It's rear-wheel drive. It's a freaking Dodge. It's got a supercharger. It whines. Sounds amazing. This is what muscle car people love. How in the hell are they gonna replace this with something electric? I mean, I get it. Government regulations and stuff. It's hard to even, get by with this stuff anymore. But, like, you're going from day to night. They're not even, like, trying to skip a little bit and please the, the customer base. You're going from 807 horsepower, supercharged V8, to electric. It's so much power. And the thing is, it's supposed to scare you a little bit when you hit it. It just is. That's what a muscle car does. Obviously, it's modern. It's got, the limited slip and all this stuff to, like, keep you in place and save your ass if you're a bad driver. You have traction control on, but still it gives you that feeling. And that's what it's about, man. I love it. Now, one of the main gripes people had with a Hellcat when it first came out was that it had all that power, and then they stuck 275s all around the car. Now it has 100 horsepower more, 807. There's still 275s in the rear. I mean, of course you're not going to have any grip. So the main thing that people obviously do, when they start modifying their Hellcat is, bigger tires in the rear, stickier tires. But it's just I don't get it. Why do they stick with 275s? It's so weird. And I mean, up front, still 275s, which is kind of wide for up front. So when Dodge announced a successor to this car, the electric one, where they have a manufactured sound, I think the reception was kind of one-sided. People thought it was pretty pathetic. I mean, I did. I mean, it's funny that they can do it, but it just goes to show how important sound is. Listen to this. Hopefully the GoPro picks that up. But that's just a pure V8 muscle car sound with the supercharger whine. It comes naturally. That's just how it is. In an electric car, you have to manufacture that stuff. An electric car doesn't make sound, but they still feel like it's so important to make it sound like the old car, even though it's not. See if we can capture it a little better here with a better mic, but just listen to this. Listen to that whine. Listen to that. Oh, it's magnificent. So we push the SRT button here. We get our different drive modes. We're gonna put it in sport. Now sport turns off traction control. So like we mentioned earlier, a lot of horsepower, rear-wheel drive, skinny tires. You gotta be on your toes. I mean, it just shreds. I'm not, you know, doing this just to do it. I know a new person will buy this vehicle here soon, but just so you know, like, you might want to keep traction control on in this car until you know how to drive it. We'll put it in manual. It actually shifts really quickly. Oh, you hear that supercharger when you downshift. Oh. Oh, I mean, how do you beat that? Except for, you know, straight pipe V12. Oh, hi, Mr. Mailman. Oh, that is so wonderful. Oh, I love it. I love it. So, out of respect for the low mileage on this car, it's practically brand new. It's going to have a new owner here soon. It is for sale. We're going to keep this video somewhat short. I wanted to make this video basically as a homage to the Challenger and what the Hellcat is and just what Dodge did, out of respect for muscle car heritage. Again, this is the last one that you can buy, the last year that Dodge is making this amazing vehicle. And the last one that they're making is the jailbreak version of the Hellcat. I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think in the comments, especially in regards to what Dodge is doing and making everything electric. How you can go from something like this is a muscle car masterpiece to, you know, replacing it with something electric. So let me know in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.